Where we studied the shape in V1, what happened to V6?
It's negative.
Flip negative. So we think it's VT, go back to V1 and look at the shape.
It's a left.
Does that have the shape of VT coming out of the left ventricle? Perfect. Notch on the way down. Now, I want you to look at the rhythm strip. What does the rhythm strip call this rhythm?
Sinus test.
Now, this gentleman was in this rhythm for the better part of 5 days. We could cardioverse him out of it. We tried to ablate him out of it, but we just couldn't keep him out of it. When he first went in this rhythm, the monitor called it DT. But after he was in it for so long, the monitor relearned itself and decided nobody could be in DT that long. And changed it. This is why there will always be a role for us, okay? We critically think, okay? Now, this is his ECG. That strip I just showed you was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This is his ECG from earlier that same morning. Now let's do axis. Lead 1 is the QRS positive or negative in lead 1? Negative. Put your left hand down. AVF, positive or negative? Negative. Okay, down and out, running the code card. This is VT. V6, positive or negative? Negative. All right, so we know it's VT. But I want you to look at the shape of the QRS in lead V1. What's wrong with the shape of the QRS in lead V1? This is VT. Where's the notch? On the way up, right? Like right bundle branch block. Okay, why is that? This is not an SVT with right bundle branch block. This is VT. Why is the notch in the wrong place? Remember my strip? Where was the notch? On the way down. Any thoughts? I heard it's lead placement, okay? And we proved it because this is his intracardiac ECG. Now, this is from EP study, so it looks a little funky. But axis is negative, V6 is negative, and look at lead V1. Do you agree the notch is on the way down? Yeah. So research has shown if you are off by 1 intercostal space, just 1, okay? And remember, he was in the room, hooked up the hands-free defibrillator pads. Whoever came in to do that heart EKG did not want to remove that V1 electrode. And they didn't have their adapter clip or whatever. And they put their electrodes somewhere in the vicinity of V1. All right, let's finish up talking about torsades. You can let your brain, okay, let it rest, okay? Torsades is easy to recognize. I just want to share with you some interesting clinical pearls about it. In order to understand torsades, you have to understand a little bit about the cardiac action potential. So I'm going to try to make this clinically meaningful. In your Purkinje fibers, our cells start off at a negative resting membrane potential. In order for them to depolarize, sodium in phase 0 rushes in, gives us a positive charge. As soon as we depolarize, they want to repolarize. But we don't want that to happen. We want to be able to sustain depolarization or slow repolarization. So in phase 2,